just go to Java and we'll explain you and go to our project also, isn't it? So just it is JavaScript. Okay. Okay. So here we have got it. Let's just go ahead and explain it from here itself. Okay. So okay. So here let us just go ahead with one class. Okay. Encapsulation dot JS. Okay. Fine. Actually, we are going to study about the Java encapsulation to understand the JavaScript encapsulation perfectly. Okay, fine. And let's just go ahead. Okay, guys, before that, okay, so creating an object. Okay, so we just need to create an object. Okay, so this is the main class. Okay, this is going to be the main class, and we are going to create an encapsulation class. Okay, encapsulation class is going to be a different one. So see here, so I'm going to create an encapsulation class called employee, okay, in the name of employee. This is called as the has a relationship, okay. So as per Java, okay, as per Java, we need to write the main method. From this main method, we can call any other classes, okay. So from here, we are going to call this class, okay. So that is called as has a relationship. Okay, so let me write it here. Has a relationship. Okay, so we'll study in JavaScript also we have this one. Okay, that is called as module. Okay, in JavaScript relationship, isn't it? Okay, that is called as module in JavaScript. Okay, so here it is has a relationship. What is the exact meaning for this one is? Okay, let me just go to the paint and we'll show you guys. Okay, so clearly you will be able to understand. See, so we have two objects. Okay, so one is me, okay, and my friend, okay, my friend and me. Clear? So me, I, okay, I and my friend. Okay, so understand this one carefully. Okay, so we have been studying in the hostel. I mean staying in the hostel. Okay, hostel. So roommates. Okay, so roommates. Yes. So what we have been doing is like I just needed to do some employment registration. Okay, so do the employment registration like Naukri, LinkedIn, isn't it? So Indeed, Condit, Monsters, like that. We have a number of the websites, correct? So I just needed to do the employment registration. Okay, in some websites or any one of these websites. Okay, so I have been asking this my friend. Okay, so she has laptop, okay? She has laptop, but I don't have laptop. Okay, I don't have nothing. I mean, I have nothing, okay? I mean, I have nothing seriously. Okay, to do this employment work, I don't have anything. Clear? This person, which is me, okay? I only. So I didn't have, I mean, I don't have the laptop, but she has laptop. Okay, so I've been asking her, could you please lend me a laptop? Okay, could you please lend me a laptop for some time? Okay, for some time, for which is like for a while. Okay, so for a while or for some time. Okay, so like that. Clear? So what I'm going to do is I just needed to take this laptop object, isn't it? So this is a laptop object we have here. Okay, so we have the laptop object. Okay. Okay, we have the laptop object. I just need this laptop object here. Okay, so in this one. Clear? So here consider it is an employee and it is a main class. Sorry. Sorry. No. This is an employee. Okay, so here it is an employee, and this is the main class. Clear? And from here, I'm going to just take this laptop on my lap. Okay, I need to take this object on my lap, and only then I'll be able to perform something. Okay, so perform something. So I actually have the laptop here and I have been sitting on the bed. Okay, clear? So it is like this, bed is like this, is a pillow, and I've been sitting here with the laptop, and I'm going to just do something with this laptop. Clear? Terrible diagram only, but no other go. Okay, just need to understand, that's all. Okay, my concern is just you just need to understand the concept. Clear? So I have kept this laptop on my lap. Okay, I need to take that object on my lap first. Only then I'll be able to do the work. Clear? Guys, understood the story? Okay, I
Yeah,
don't
ma'am.
have it in my house. I'm going to mean I actually have borrowed from my friend's paste. Okay, so toothpaste to do the brush. Okay, else something else. Okay, so anything else that I'm going to just borrow. So I just need to take that object in my hand. Only then I can use, isn't it? That is what here. Okay, so one is the inheritance concept. Correct? We can accept another one classes property through inheritance. Okay, using the keyword extends. Okay, and here we can take the object, okay, of another one class and can use it, which is called as has a relationship. Okay, and without extends keyword. Okay, we can create an object for another one class and can access the properties of that exact class. Clear? And this one, inheritance. Inheritance is a relationship. Okay, is a relationship. Clear? Inheritance is called as is the relationship. Okay, so they both are going to be in a relationship. Okay, one object and another object. So we are going to just make this object as a parent object of this child object. Okay, that is called as is a relationship. Is the relationship. Okay, and taking the object inside this one. Okay, it is called as has a relationship. Clear? So making a parent. Okay, making a parent. Here, taking the object inside the class. Clear? That is called as has, and this is called as is a relationship. And here we are going to use the has a relationship only. Clear? So encapsulation class, this is the encapsulation class now. Okay, what is meant by the encapsulation? Okay, okay, wrapping up of data and code acting on that data as okay into a single unit. Okay, into a single unit. Single unit is called as an encapsulation. Clear? So what does it mean? Okay, it is like a capsule only. So let me just put one capsule here. Okay, capsule. And here in this capsule, we may have two medicines. Okay, but it should not mixed up with both. It should not mixed up together, but we should have a different medicine here. Okay, which is like this. Okay, so like this, we have a different medicine with different color. Okay, so it is like this. Clear? So like this, we do have different medicines. Clear? So like this we have, and for this one as well. Okay, so we actually have different medicine here, and here we have different medicine. Oh my God. Okay, so that is how it actually works. Clear? So for this thing, okay. Okay, so different medicines have bound inside the capsule. Correct? The same way, okay, so we actually have protected this one. Okay, so protected the medicines. These two should not get mixed up, and also it should not get spoiled. So that is why we have to put two medicines inside the capsule. Okay, so should not mixed up anyway. It is going to mixed up. Okay, so when it goes inside our, I mean, when they go inside our stomach, that is different story. Okay, that can happen, but before getting into the stomach, it should not get mixed up together. Okay, that is why we have the capsule and with the different two medicines. Okay, should not mixed up, and we have the line in between. Okay, one defender in between. Clear? So that is the same case here as well. Okay, so to wrapping up of data. Okay, data and code acting on that data. Okay, so surrounding these two medicines. Okay, that is going to be the code acting on that data into a single unit. Okay, into a single unit. Clear? It's called as an encapsulation. I think you people would not forget this one. Okay, fine. Oh my God. Okay, so here what we are going to do is like, okay, what are all the things we need to write inside this one? So for that, okay, so we are going to write the ID. Okay, string name actually, not like JavaScript. Okay, so we just needed to put everything perfectly here. Clear, guys? We needed to write the variables perfectly. Okay, which is using the data type clearly, and we need to define the variables perfectly. And see here, I didn't give any initialization to these two variables as well. Clear? Clear, guys? Understood how to define the variable? Okay, so declare the variable like this, and as it is an encapsulation class, okay, should be private variables. Okay, should be in a private variables. Okay, so for this one, okay, so we are going to create an object, okay, in this class. So taking another one class is object. Employee is equal to new employee. Okay, so we have created, and as per the Java, okay, so when we create an object like this, okay, this constructor, isn't it? So it is called as the default constructor. Okay, default constructor which doesn't have any argument. Okay, and this default constructor, okay, would be written as, okay, so like this employee. Okay, so it is going to accept nothing. Okay, so like this you can just put public or I mean public only. Okay, so public or not required to put anything. Okay, it will be considered as default. Access modifier. Okay, fine. Will not required to speak those many things and all. Okay, so it is like we have this one inside this class. Okay, in case if you put this one, else if you just take this one as well. Clear? So it would be there, but it would be invisible. Okay, so when we create an object, this actually gets triggered. Okay, so when we create a class, that time one default constructor would be there, which is invisibly. Okay, invisibly would be there. Okay, when we create an object for that one, that will get it triggered. Okay, that invisible default argument, mean default constructor will get it triggered. Okay, and that will assign values to this one as 0, and this one null, because the data type of this one is an integer. Okay, for that one 0, and it is a string, so the value will be assigned as null. Clear? In case if you just type and see. Okay, emp dot id. Okay, uh see here, you will get the answer as emp dot name. Okay, if mean you will get the answer as 0. Okay, and null like this. Clear? See here, I didn't initialize any values to these two instance variables. Okay, so who has assigned the values to these two instance variables? Default constructor. Clear? We can just take it like this as well. So control space. Okay, you will find this default constructor. This one only has assigned the values to these two variables. Clear so far? Understood, guys? Java is not that easy and not that difficult as well. Okay, so if you would have studied from the basic, it will be easy only, interesting as well. Bharat, Mohana, Kritika, Anand, Anita, Devi, Madhu.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Clear?
ma'am.
So we have the constructor in JavaScript as well to assign the values to the instance variables. Okay. And here in Java, the same concept only. Okay. When you create an object, the invisible default constructor will be triggered. Okay. Will get triggered. So not required to write and all. Okay. In case if you're going to just to overload this constructor by giving any values. Okay. In case if you're going to write the values for this one, okay, in case if you're going to write the values, then Java will tell us, yo, you people actually have given the values to this one as 101, comma, anything. Okay, so name only, right? So anything, but there's no constructor to accept these two values. Kindly write one, constructor which is going to accept, which accepts these two values, else kindly remove these two to match with the already returned, already uh, one invisible constructor is there, isn't it? So to match with that one. Clear? That is the error we have been getting here. See here, so remove arguments to match with the employee. See here, we didn't write that constructor, but it is considering that we have one constructor in the name of employee with the non-argumentative one. Okay, clear? So it is asking us to mean suggesting two choice. Okay, which is mean two choices. One is remove arguments to match with the default constructor. Else create constructor employee which accepts two values. Okay. Let us create one constructor which is going to accept two values. Okay. Employee. Clear? So accept it. So how to accept? So integer and string. Okay. Just accept it int ID. Next, string name. Okay. Then just give this one to this dot ID is equal to, okay. This dot ID refers to this ID. Okay. And this ID is going to refer to this one. Okay. This refers this one. See here. So it is getting highlighted. Okay. And when you just mark this one, okay, so this will get highlighted. Clear? ரொம்பவே ஈஸி தான்ப்பா, அவ்வளோ கஷ்டம்லாம் இல்லை, அது ரொம்ப ஈஸி தான். Okay, so we actually have return the data like this. Okay, so now what is the problem is, see here, here the problem comes. Okay, add arguments to match with that constructor. Okay, else change constructor, remove parameters. Okay, so change this constructor, remove these two parameters, else create one default constructor. Why? Because this, okay, so for a baby, isn't it? If one baby is there in our house, I mean, you can just take your baby itself, okay, in case if you have. In case not, and your sister's baby or brother's baby, okay, your auntie, uncle's baby, someone else's baby, okay, so is there in your house, isn't it? So what if you overfeed that baby? Okay, she will vomit, right? Same thing has been done here as well. Okay, so we actually have given the values and have overloaded this constructor. Okay, default constructor. So in case if we just give the constructor like this, you need to write the default constructor by our own. Okay, otherwise what actually it will be considered as, okay, in case if we overload the constructor by giving the values and writing the constructor to accept that those many values, okay, that invisible default constructor will vanish itself. Okay, so would get deleted. So we need to write it in by our own. Okay, so now it actually works perfectly. So using this object, in case if you try to take the data, you will get as 101, okay, employee 1, because using this object only, we can get these two data set. So using this object, default constructor will assign the values to the instance variables as 0 and null. And for this one, okay, these two values will be assigned because we have one constructor accepting these two values. Clear? That's all about the constructor of Java. Okay, see here, first this one, okay, and second one is this one. Fine. Clear? So do you have any confusions, ma'am? Yeah. Okay.
No,
Fine.
ma'am.
Do you have any confusions? Understood clearly? Okay. Fine. And what I'm going to do is like I'm going to just delete all the things. Okay, not required. Okay, this is okay. But okay, so this is also not required. Okay, so for now the answer is going to be 0 and null only. Yes, the default constructor is there, and I didn't do any overload constructor and all. Okay, that concept actually let us just go ahead later on. Okay. Okay, so private variables only, right? So encapsulation, what is the meaning for the encapsulation is the first thing you just need to get in your mind is encapsulation class should contain the private instance variables only. Okay, private instance variables or variables, anything else. Okay, instance variables only. And inside the method, if you just define any local variable, you will not be able to put the private and all. Clear? So that is why I have written as private variables itself. Okay, in case if you want, you can just include this instance as well in between. Okay, fine. And see here, guys, I actually have given this one, isn't it? So just to make this one as private, okay, see here, it starts shouting. See here, error. Okay, so we have got the error for this one. So private variable will not be taken. Change visibility of ID to package. Okay, visibility of a package. Default. Okay, so kindly remove this one, else give public. Okay, then it will work. See here, the error has got vanished. Clear, guys? But we should put this one in private only, right? Private only, and for this one as well we should put it as a private only. Okay, but we can just create one method. Okay, public void display. Clear? And this method can display these many things. Okay, so like that we can create system.out.println. Okay, so we'll get using the sysout itself. Okay, id. Okay, see here, so we'll be able to get this private variables, can access this private variables inside this class anywhere else. Okay, so that is the case. Yeah. Oh, we have been getting the practice perfectly. Okay. Just to put /n to get this name in the next line. Okay. Fine. Enough. We can call the display method. Correct. So that display method will bring those two values. Clear? 0 and null. Clear? Like this, we can access. Okay, private variables should not be accessed directly through any method we can access. Okay, and that those many methods actually for example, I have written this display method. Okay, so we're not going to write like this and all for the encapsulation class. For the encapsulation class, we have getters and setters method. Okay, so how to write it? Clear? So using one method, we can call these two variables. Okay, values. We can just access the values, read only. Correct? We can access it. So let me just delete this one and we'll get the error because we don't have the display method itself. Okay, fine. So what is the methods actually we need to write for to just read those two values is kindly see here public. Okay, it is going to return something, isn't it? So let me just write void itself for now. But we just need to read the ID now. Okay, get ID. Okay, needed to put this one with the get and the next word should starts with ID. In case if it is stu and ID, okay, then you need to use capital STU, okay, and then ID. Clear? So like this we need to write. Okay, so accept this one, correct? Mean we need to just get it. Okay, so return ID. Stu ID, right? Yes. Stu ID, okay. And when you put the return stu ID's return type is integer, okay. So we need to put the int here. Simple. That's all. We have got it perfectly. And now when you just access this one using the get stu ID, you will get it perfectly. Okay, so get stu ID, yes. So now understand logically and study. Okay, so see here, so we have got 0. Okay, default constructor has been assigning the values. Okay. And I just need to, I actually have got this one, but I need to put the ID. Okay. I need to put the new ID. So how to put it? Employee dot, okay, set to ID. Okay. So we have to set it, isn't it? So give the ID in the hand of robo. Okay. So yes, this robo, actually we didn't write any definition to this one. Okay, so you actually have asked me to set the data, but I don't find any method here called set data. Okay, let us just define that one as well. So it is void only. Okay, we are going to just set the data and we are not going to return. Okay, already we have got that one, read it. Okay, and we have initializing it. Okay, so initializing using the setter method, simple set to ID. Clear? Accept that one. Integer to ID, right? Okay, and set it simple. Dot as how we set it inside the constructor. Set it the same way we need to set that one. Simple. Okay, so we actually have set this one. See here has got highlighted, and this one is the instance variables. Okay, to the instance variable, we actually have set the ID, which we have sent here. And now when you just get the ID, okay, try to get the ID after setting. Okay, setting the ID. Okay, getting the ID. Okay, you can just store this one in some other variable and can use that one as well here. Not at all a problem. Okay, so return type is to ID. So control shift, okay, at a time, you need to click and just release and press L, okay, to get the return type of this one. Okay, so this method is going to get the returned values, so which is 101. Okay, will be stored in some other variable, and that variable also you can use to print. Okay, we know this one, right? In JavaScript itself, we would have seen this. Yes. So here the value was 0, and here the value is 101. Oh, get the ID. No. Okay, here it is 0 only. Clear? So have put and have got it. And here we have set, and after setting, the value is 101. Clear? So do you have any doubts? So like this only we need to protect our data. Okay, to what is that actually? Protecting the data from malfunction, isn't it? So hackers can hack our data easily. Okay, so that is the problem. We just needed to protect our data using the encapsulation class. Guys, understood? Clear? But it is not that secure in JavaScript. Okay, so that is why I have showed all you in all the things in Java. Then we are going to see in the JavaScript. Clear? Bharat, Mohana, Kritika, Anita, Dave.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, understand the concept perfectly. So all the languages have encapsulation. Okay, so it will be easy for you guys if you understand this concept. Okay, next. So for the name as well, we need to just read the name and set the name, isn't it? So see here, so we don't have any read, isn't it? So dot get name. Okay, so we don't have, oh, employee, right? Okay. Okay, so don't find, see here. Okay, so create method get name in the type employee. So in the type employees in the employee class, kindly create get name method. Okay, I'm not able to find, ma'am. You actually have asked me to find the get name method and all, but I'm not able to find, ma'am. Could you please write the get method, sorry, get name method in employee class? Okay, that is what actually JVM speaks with us. JVM, Java Virtual Machine. Okay, public. Okay, it is going to return the string. Okay, string only, right? Name is string. Okay. Get name, simple. Okay. This one should be written as capital name and get. Clear? So this is actually a procedure we have been following. So let us just follow the same thing. Okay. And it is going to return the name. Okay. The name's return type is string. Okay. Like this, we need to write perfectly. And next, so we are able to get this one. Okay. And can store it in some other variable. Control shift 2 at a time. Okay, control shift 2 at a time, release an L. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, not shift ma. Control 2 at a time, release and L. Okay, you will get the return type perfectly. So in Java, it is there. Okay, so we need to write the return type and all perfectly. Only then it accepts. Okay, so very, very strong language. Okay, you can just print this one inside the print statement like this. Else you can just print the method. Okay, so method is going to return one answer that is going to be printed. Like that also you can do, not at all a problem. So answer is going to be null. Correct. So null. And then set the data, set name. Okay, set the name as anything else. If you just to put my name itself. Okay, and see here what is the thing. Sorry. emp.set name. Okay, fine. But to this object only we are going to set. Okay, so see here. Create method set name. Okay, which is going to accept the string in type employee class. Okay, kindly go to the employee class, create one method, and then call that method, ma'am. Okay, I'm not able to find that method in the employee class. Kindly help me. Okay, that is what JVM speaks with us. Kindly create. Okay, and it is going to return only and not going to read something. Okay, I mean, which is it is not going to return something. Okay, it is going to just to put the data. Okay, so set the data, set name and string name. Okay, and to this name, we are going to just accept the name from that method header. Okay, sorry, method calling statement and putting it to the this name. Okay, which is the instance variable. Clear? Yes, that's all. Perfectly have written everything. Okay, so now, so we have set the data, isn't it? So just go ahead and get the name. Okay, stu name. Sorry, not stu name. Actually, only the stu ID. I had changed it previously. Okay, so I have forgot it. Okay. So for name, I didn't change anything. Okay, you can just put stu name as well. Not at all a problem. So for this one, Madhu. Previously, nothing was there. Okay, then in the place of name, so we had got null because default constructor. Okay, so we have it here. Okay, invisibly. That will assign the value to the string. Okay, string kind of the data as null. Okay, so now we have got as Madhu perfectly. We have got. So do you have any doubts, Ma? Okay, these two are very, very important. Okay, so these two are very, very important for the encapsulation. Clear? So private variables and then get a setup method. Do you have any doubts? Understood how to get the data and set the data? Will not be able to find these many perfections. Okay, so this perfect. This is like this perfection in JavaScript. That is why I have been showing you guys using the Java. Guys, clear, right? I've been
Yes, ma'am.
doing it only completely. Huh? Clear? Okay. So we actually to read the data, we can just have this one. Okay. To set the data, not required to set individually, right? Like this, isn't it? Not required to set the data individually like this. Okay. So set the set and all. We can just create the constructor itself and using the constructor, we can just put the data. Correct? Employee 1 is equal to new employee. Okay, so here we can just put the data, right? So 102, Mohana. Yes, that's all. Okay, so but we don't have the constructor to accept this one. Correct? So as we know already, correct. So you can just go ahead and place your mouse pointer on this one. Okay, so we'll be able to find this one. So create constructor, but as per its own, the things will be created. Okay, stu ID and the name. Okay, so like this itself, we can let us just give and just write the things alone. Okay, so this dot stu ID is equal to stu ID. Okay, and next this dot name. Okay, so we have got it perfectly. Yes, constructor is okay only, but even now we have got the error because we have overloaded the constructor, and at present the default constructor would have got vanished. Okay, as we spoke earlier. So put the default constructor. So now no problem. Okay, and now let us just get the data for the employee 1 and C. Get student ID plus employee 1 dot student, sorry, name, right? Get name, sorry. Okay, so get name method. So this get name method is going to bring the name, okay, which we have put it using the object, okay, using this object. So this object, okay, so have put the data. Then this object contains the data 102 and Mohana. Okay, so here we get the data as 101 and 102, right? Okay, okay, Mohana. Simple. And here this one actually has got Madhu, and so here the ID actually 101. Okay, in case if you wanted to just print it in a single thing itself. Okay, so not required. 1 second. Not required, not required, not required. Let me just delete all the things. Okay, so not required at all. Now we have come to know that how the default constructor has been working, isn't it? Okay. 1 second, guys. 1 second. 1 second. Madhu. Okay. Okay. Employee dot get student ID. Clear? So we have got it, and here the value is going to be 101 and Madhu, and here it is 102 and Mohana. Okay. So using this object we have called. Okay. Using this object we have called, and for that using the setter method we have set the data. Okay. So get name and all not required. So just to take this one and just to set the data. Okay. Set the data. Simple. And before that, okay. So before setting the data, what was the thing? Okay, so get ID, isn't it? Okay, just to take this one and writing it before setting the data. Okay, so using the getter setter we have set here. Okay, getters and setters, we have to set the data to the ID and name. Clear? Student ID and name. Okay, and here using the constructor we have set the data. Okay. Using the constructor, we have set the data to the student ID and name. So do you have any confusions, ma? So here the answer will be 0 and null, ma. Okay, after setting the data, before setting actually default constructor have assigned. Okay, and after setting the data, here 101, and after setting the data using the constructor, we have got 102 Mohana. Clear? So do you have any questions? Is it easy or tough? ஐயோ கஷ்டமா தான் மேம் இருக்கு கொஞ்சம் இல்ல அப்படியா சீரியஸ்லி
Yes, ma'am.
அப்படிதான் இருக்கும் பிராக்டிஸ் பண்ணுங்க ஓகேவா ஜேடிகே பிளஸ் எக்லிப்ஸ் okay so JDK and Eclipse you just need to download
Ma'am,
first JDK okay
Ma'am?
yes ma
I got a confusion here. Is this Java or JavaScript?
no this is Java only okay in
But the
JavaScript
group
you will
is,
not be
but the group is front-end developer.
okay that is okay this is actually for an example I have showed you the Java okay
That's why
because
a little bit I was
JavaScript
confused.
no when I start the class itself I have told you guys isn't it so encapsulation cannot be the great I mean which is like cannot be that protective okay so encapsulation class is used to protect the data okay used to protect the instance variables data but in JavaScript it is okay I mean JavaScript it is not that great okay so I actually have showed the example in Java clear to make you people understand what actually happens when it comes to the encapsulation if I tell in JavaScript directly this is called as encapsulation and these many data are there in the encapsulation class. Okay, so for these many things we need to just do these many procedures, process and all. If I tell like that, you will not be able to understand. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to see the encapsulation in JavaScript only. Okay, so before that, this is just a brush up for you guys to understand the JavaScript of the JavaScript. This is encapsulation class of the JavaScript. Clear? This is actually a Java only. Okay, in case if you wanted to practice in Java, okay, kindly download the JDK and Eclipse. Okay, Eclipse as well. And in case if you want, okay, in case if you want, otherwise you can just watch the video again to understand what is meant by the encapsulation perfectly. Okay, but in object oriented programming language we have the encapsulation, but that wouldn't be that perfect, okay, in JavaScript. That is why I have taught you guys in Java first. Then we are going to see the JavaScript's encapsulation, and you will find that, oh, is that all encapsulation class in JavaScript? ஓகேவா? ஸோ இவ்வளவுதானா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு நாளைக்கு ஃபீல் ஆகும். ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட் அவ்வளவு ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் நம்மளால கொடுக்க முடியாது டேட்டாக்கு. கிளியர்? ஸோ ஜாவால இது எந்த அளவுக்கு ப்ரொடெக்ஷனா ஒர்க் ஆகுது அப்படிங்கறத தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்காக நான் உங்களுக்கு இதை காமிச்சிருக்கேன். ஓகே, I actually have showed this one in Java to make you people understand what is meant by the encapsulation class. Clear? JavaScriptல உங்களுக்கு இந்த அளவுக்கு ப்ரொடெக்ஷன் வராது. என்கேப்சுலேஷன் கிளாஸ் ரொம்பவே வர்ஸ்டா இருக்கு. Okay, it would be very worst, seriously. Okay, that is why I actually have showed this one in Java. Do you have any questions? Kritika, yes?
No, ma'am. Now it's clarified.
Clear, right? Okay, Mohana,
Yes,
Anita,
ma'am.
Dev, Madhu, Ajay, Bharat. JavaScript எடுத்துட்டு இதான் இப்படிதான் இருக்கும் என்கேப்சுலேஷன் கிளாஸ், இப்படிதான் நம்ம வந்து வேரியபிள்ஸ் பிரைவேட்டா வைக்க போறோம்னு சொன்னா உங்களுக்கு புரியாதுமா? ஓகேவா? சோ அதனால அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் பண்ணிக்கணும் அப்படின்னா ஜாவாவோட என்கேப்சுலேஷன் கிளாஸ் தெரிஞ்சதுனா தான் ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட் புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். புரியுதா? சோ ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட் சாரி ஜாவா ஆர் C++ ஏதோ ஒரு என்கேப்சுலேஷன் தெரிஞ்சாதான் ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட்ல எப்படி நம்ம வந்து டேட்டாவை ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ணலாம் தெரிஞ்சுக்குவோம். ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட்ல அந்த மாதிரி நம்மளால டேட்டாவை ப்ரொடெக்ட் பண்ண முடியாது. ஓகே, வெறும் இங்க நம்ம பிரைவேட் வேரியபிள்ஸ் வைக்கிறோம். So we actually have the private variables, okay, using the keyword private. So இது பின்னாடில பயங்கரமான லாஜிக்ஸ் இருக்கும். ஓகே, வெளியில எங்கேயுமே ஆக்சஸ் பண்ண முடியாது. We can access only inside this class through some method only. Okay, so அந்த மெத்தட் தான் getters and setters. அப்படி நம்ம இப்படி சொல்லும்போது புரியும். பட் ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட்ல போய் சொல்லணும்னு வச்சுக்கோங்களேன், ஒண்ணுமே புரியாது. எதுக்காக இந்த என்கேப்சுலேஷன் கிளாஸ் அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கு கன்ஃபியூஷன் ஆயிடும். எதுக்குதான் இது யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இது தேவையே இல்லையே அப்படின்னு உங்களுக்கு தோணிடும். ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்ட் நான் எடுக்கிறதும் சொல்லியிருந்தா. ஓகே, ஸோ அதுக்கு தான் ஜாவாவோட என்கேப்சுலேஷன் கிளாஸை காமிச்சிட்டு அப்புறம் ஜாவாஸ்கிரிப்டுக்கு போறோம். ஸோ எந்த அளவுக்கு கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டார் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்ங்கிறத நான் சொல்றேன். ஓகே, கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்டார் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட், கெட்டர்ஸ் அண்ட் செட்டர்ஸ் மெத்தட் very very important. Okay, so both are very important for our JavaScript as well, not encapsulation class in JavaScript. Okay, constructor is very important for the React as well. Clear? Do you have any doubts, ma?
No, ma'am.
I hope you people have understood. Okay, with actually which object, okay, so it is going to carry, we can set the data using the constructor as well as, okay, or using the getters and setters method. Okay, means setters method. Clear? So okay, in JavaScript we actually have printed the object directly, correct? EMP or what is it? Okay, EMP1. Okay, so we can create an object so that we will get all the data, correct? Correct. So here it is 101 and Madhu. Okay, so here it is 102 Mohana, correct? So we get the answer like this in JavaScript. Okay, but this one doesn't provide like that. It actually provides us the hash code only. Clear? Hash code, memory address. Okay, இந்த ஒரு தெருக்குள்ள இந்த ஒரு என்ன சொல்றது, ஐயோ, ஓகே, இந்த ஒரு தெருவுல, ஓகே, எக்ஸாக்ட்லி இந்த ஒரு எக்ஸாக்ட் தெரு, அந்த தெருக்குள்ள இன்னொரு தெருக்குள்ள, ஓகே, which is actually a package. இந்த ஒரு வீட்டு ஓகே ஸோ இந்த ஒரு வீட்ல இருக்காங்க இந்த ஒரு பில்டிங்ல இந்த ஒரு வீட்டோட நம்பர்ல தான் இந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட் இருக்கு புரிஞ்சுதா so that is called as the hash code which is memory address of the particular object okay so we get like this only okay so how to print the data which we have inside the object okay so directly object தான் print ஆவாங்களே தவிர so we get only the objects hash code only but the data will not be printed okay so data is 101 Madhu right so that will not be printed clear so அதுக்கு நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா so we need to convert this object into toString okay so we need to write a toString method inside the employee encapsulation class okay so how to write it simple only public and it is going to return the string okay so just to put the toString okay and it actually checks for the toString only okay so why because the error is like we didn't put the return okay we have written and we have written the return type here but we didn't return anything okay so that is why just give like this simple okay in case if you want to write it perfectly you can just go ahead not at all a problem okay id okay and okay clear and put the yeah okay one second oh stu id sorry okay stu id directly only okay not required to use the getter and setter method and all for this one okay so it is for the another class okay from this class in case if you are going to call these two variables only the private I mean the getters and the setters method works okay I mean actually it works here as well but we can just write it okay here we can call it directly because private can be accessed inside of this class anywhere else clear so we can access this one perfectly like this so now okay so when we call the employee mean when we print the object directly okay so inside that class isn't it so to which class we have created an object so it actually checks inside that class whether we have the toString method or not and what else have returned okay so that will be printed simple okay so encapsulation demo yes see here so we have got it perfectly okay so these two things actually we have got it from this one only clear that's all guys that's all about the encapsulation class as per the java's encapsulation class we needed to use all these things perfectly okay constructor to set the data okay this one else this one also not at all a problem set method when we use the set method it should be like for each and every data we need to use the set okay but with the constructor we can just give it in a single line itself okay that is why I have chose the constructor for the second object okay first object and the second object clear fine and to string method to print okay to string method to print the and this is like to access okay to access the data of that object okay data of the object that's okay and next set the data in a single line okay in a constructor as a constructor argument as a constructor argument okay using the get method okay can read the private data okay and set the which is like initialize okay and can reinitialize the data using the set method simple okay setup method actually as per javascript it is set method okay so here it is setup method simple okay understand this concept perfectly okay so javascript will be easy but javascript there's no protection there's no this much protection okay so we'll see it tomorrow and the encapsulation class next to what else we have remaining error handling, okay, exception handling, error handling, and then static variables. Clear, guys? So do you have any doubts? I'll give you this one.
No, ma'am.
Kindly take this one, okay, for the practice purpose. In case if you want, you can just practice this one. Else you can watch the video one or twice, okay. If you study this concept, okay, then you will feel JavaScript's encapsulation class is that all. Okay, so you will feel like that. That is why I have taken the Java's encapsulation class to you guys. Okay, fine, guys. We'll speak about the real encapsulation class, the JavaScript's encapsulation class tomorrow, and with the extra topics. Okay, so do you have any confusions, doubts? Clear all? Okay, in case if you want to practice this one, you can use the JDK. Okay, JDK download. Okay, so you'll get the latest version only. Okay, so don't worry. See here, so JDK 21 also would be fine. Okay, so in case if it is Windows, kindly go ahead with the Windows. In case if it is Mac or Linux, okay, so as per your platform, operating system, you can choose the software. Okay, so installer, yes, you can just go ahead with this one directly. Okay, so click this one, you will get it. In case if it is zip, and inside the zip, you will find this one only. Okay, so directly you can just click this one so that it will be downloaded, and just to click that one. Okay, so acknowledgement, yes, tick the acknowledgement and go to the next. Simple. Okay, and at last finish. And you should contain this JDK inside your system. Okay, so to accept it in the Eclipse. Clear? So Eclipse download. Okay, so give this one, and not required to know about the versions and all. Okay, so always the latest version only would be there. Okay, so how we have been using the WhatsApp, isn't it? So like that only, we need to just download this one. Okay, so download it and open it. Okay, already you would have created the JDK, isn't it? So automatically it will be visible inside the Eclipse software. Okay, so kindly accept it and kindly choose the second option. Okay, in case if you're going for the web projects like that, you can just go ahead with the second option. It will ask us to select. Else you can just go ahead with the first option itself and kindly install it and create a new project. Okay, so file, new project. Okay, project name should be capital name. Starting letter should be capital letters. Okay, Pascal notation. I would have taught you guys in the first day class itself. Pascal notation. Okay, so give finish and then create a package. Okay, so package like this inside the source. Create a package like this. Okay, with the what is the actually any website name, reverse of the website name. Okay, so in dot dev dot tech dot. Okay, so com dot. So like that you can just put and can put the topic name as your package name and create a class as well. Okay, so right click, create package. Okay, and create the class as well. Okay, so after getting created the package, kindly right click and create a class and can, oh sorry, was it? Yes, class. Okay, and you can start writing the code. Okay, in case if you want to practice this one. Okay, in case if you don't want, not required, but if you practice this one, it will be very interesting for you guys because the OOPS concept is there in our JavaScript as well. Okay, it will be easy for you guys to understand what actually has been happening in the JavaScript when you understand Java. Okay, so constructor is there, methods are there, isn't it? So inside the class. So when you need to understand, in case if you need to understand the class completely.
Yeah.